his head. Hello? Oh!
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
Alright, let's go.
Like them EVs got a mind of their own, huh? But I'm pretty sure brakes are stronger than accelerators, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Regardless, I don't know if that's a human error or machine error.
In 2005, the friends went hiking in Israel, and look what they saw.
Yeah, man, this is cool. You got a seal on the rock down there? That thing? Yeah.
That's a weird looking seal, man. Are you filming this?
Yeah. How do you, where's the zoom on this?
Yeah, it's that button.
Oh, there, I got it. What is that?
Oh my god!
What is that?
Did you get that? Tell me you got that. Let's see that.
What? That is not a seal, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Do you think mermaids are real? Leave a comment below. Those videos been popping all over my feed, so I wanted to share it to everyone. Make sure if you hear the ice cream truck, which is already weird at night, you don't go out there, because I don't think anything good will come from it.
What's up?
Oh, what's going on? How's your night tonight?
Yeah, it's pretty good so far. What about you?
It's pretty decent. I can't complain. Hey, bro, I think there's something behind you, dude.
What?
I think there's something. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Jesus Christ.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Who owns MrBeast? How did MrBeast go from 10 million to 100 million subscribers? Well, he's owned by this company called Night Media. The same company that manages Kai Cenat, Hassan Piker, Costco guys, Drewski, and who's their president? Ezra Cooper Stein. And guess who invested $100 million into Night Media? The Chernin Group, owned by Peter Chernin. And guess what Peter Chernin and Alex Cooperstein have in common? Behind that smile, there's always someone that sacrificed something.
Always wondered how him and Kai just blew up like that, or even Drewski. I don't pay attention to people like that. I only know them because of TikToks, and I might run across it on Twitch when I rarely look at it. But I always thought it was very strange when they kind of just went from being like you said, 10 mil or like 10,000 people watching, or even 5,000 people watching. The next thing, they're having 100,000 people watching them and all that stuff. I always thought it was like an industry plan, but now I know why. Seems like all the top people seem to be working with each other. Seems pretty common in our world.
These liquid crystal masks, sometimes an error. It's an alien civilization that try to fool us. We have these errors of these glitches in their masks. Mimic the structure of the skin and affected even the performance of the mask. The most advanced mask is likely operated via complex electronic control systems. They use precision to manipulate a liquid crystal, a temporary glitch in the mask. This can cause a temporary fall down from the mask and bring a glitch in the mask.
If you're enjoying content like this, I make several videos out of the week. It would be so cool if you hit the sub button and join me on my next video.
It is freaking creepy. 8:41, somebody knocks on the door, and then, hold on. Check out their outfits.
They're wearing two different dresses from what they were wearing.
is nothing compared to what they were wearing.
And we saw them. It had polka dots. It had the dresses from
Go back to the other one.
We literally just saw them, and they were wearing.
And like, go fast forward. Like, it changes color. Watch, go fast.
Right as soon as they
Right
get
there.
over there out
Yeah.
of our porch.
What the heck is this? Is this at 841?
Look, they have
and they
And
said
then
they were a missionary, you know.
But missionaries don't come at 9 p.m. though. That's
I asked them, you know, that, you know, it's late, and they left. And he said, I'm sorry, not trying to be rude.
That's creepy.
It's a shame when you're afraid to open your own door because the world is so dangerous nowadays. I'm the only person that get a little freaked out with somebody knocking on my door late at night. Had it happen a few days ago, and I was just like, I'm pretty sure I didn't order anything. Regardless, that was bizarre in general, the way that clothes change color.
This is your friendly reminder that if you walk into a Kroger, you are giving away your identity, your face and biometric system, because they actively use facial recognition. While right now they say it's for security purposes only, who knows what that means in the future. This also opens a whole nother door of other retailers and other use cases becoming more acceptable, where facial recognition and biometric capture is becoming the norm. Because of that, I think because we don't know what Kroger's going to do with that information in the future, if you walk into a Kroger, you need to protect your identity at any means possible and secure your facial recognition data, because it's very hard to change. You can't just go change your face. It's one of the most natural aspects of you. If you go into Kroger, wear a pair of facial recognition blocking glasses. You can get them in TikTok shop right here, $49, and $49 is a very easy price to pay for a lifetime of protection against this system.
Security reasons, sure. And next thing you know, every retail is going to try to have it. I say just don't go to Kroger for now to hurt them where their money is, because usually when you hear companies, when it comes to their money, they'll start changing policies. I think that's a breach of privacy. That is crazy to me. And you'd be like, oh, well, if you're not doing anything bad, why would you care? Because once, I don't like the idea that people were selling my data. What are you going to do with my face? What if they give it to other people? When we got deep fakes and all this other stuff now, I know in my case, obviously I'm a YouTuber, so people already see my face. But what about people that are very private?
Roblox, it's up. Delete it. Genuinely delete it. If you haven't heard, Gideon and Slant, two people that go onto Roblox and catch predators, they have been sent cease and desists, and the Roblox is trying to take them down because they are catching predators. You want to know the reasons why? Here are the reasons why. One of the reasons is because they're taking people off of their platform. Okay. Another reason they use, they're saying that they're using and they're simulating child endangerment. Okay. I mean, simulations to catch your pedos. Sure. Another thing, they're saying that they're not using the proper resources when they contacted Roblox specifically and tried to tell them, hey, you have predators on here, and they don't ban their accounts until the video drops. Weeks after they send the report, when the video drops, then they'll ban them. Schlatt, he got all of his Roblox accounts IP banned, all because Roblox did not like that they were catching predators. And you want to add dating to the game when you know it's just kids?
So Roblox has responded after sending me a cease and desist letter for catching predators on their platform. And just for context, I've gotten 6 predators arrested within their community. And I just want to specifically say, they say that they're not responding to me directly, but this is what they put out publicly. It's important to speak with the right resources to understand how vigilante individuals groups operate, violating policies around sharing personally identifiable information, engaging in conversations, lying about their ages, all while having a profit motive to evade detection instead of providing companies like ours with all the information to take the necessary action. Roblox, we have reached out to you regarding felony arrests we've gotten, and you've only taken action after the video has gone public. That's way too late. They're mad that I'm lying about my age? Bro, if there was a real kid, they would be getting groomed. What even are you saying? What just an astronomically horrible double down.
Profit over everything, right? You know, they do pretty messed up stuff to the devs that make games. If you're not familiar with Roblox, it's a kid's game, but mainly inside of it is a bunch of games. So think of it like a game engine. And a lot of the devs that do work on it, they don't get paid much of anything. It's like 10% or something like that. And Roblox get 90. I always thought it was weird. A bunch of it's very common for adults to be on there to play games, and so it's just a breeding ground for bad people to find kids and groom them. And the fact that Roblox only seemed to do something when the guy pulled a video out, seemed like they only seem to care about that image, and that's it. They don't care about kids at all. All they care about is this. It's like any other corporation.
Authorities are warning, if you see any rabbits with tentacle-like growths, stay away. Today, on the internet, people have been freaking out after these images have emerged of diseased rabbits with tentacle-like growths and horns. And while these rabbits, which were spotted in Fort Collins, Colorado, do look like some shit out of The Last of Us, there's actually a pretty logical explanation. These growths are actually caused by a virus called Shope papilloma. And while there is no cure for this disease, believe it or not, it's fairly common among certain rabbit populations in America, and it's not even new. In fact, there are some records of it dating all the way back to the 1930s. And before the word virus starts making you lock your doors, these things are kind of like benign cancers that just continue to grow, but they won't necessarily harm the rabbit unless it spreads into a sensitive area. The disease also, thankfully, cannot be passed to humans or other animals. However, authorities have recently reiterated and warned locals to stay away from them to avoid stressing them out or provoking them.
Oh! What? Oh my god! Oh my god! What? No clickbait? Dude, it moved his head! Hello? Oh! Bro, it fucking moved it.
How is that happening?
It just looked at me.
Clapping monkey that apparently someone was sleeping in here, like a guest was sleeping in here, because you can rent this place. Like, check this out. There's a bunk bed. And then there's all these dolls and clowns and... Oh my god, I didn't even see this earlier. Dude, look how old this is. Mickey Mouse?
I'll put bodies on.
Wait a sec.
What?
Look at the eyes.
I know the eyes are like weird.
They're if you come over here to the left, they're not doing that. If you move, they're glowing.
They're like... Yeah, they're like this weird color.
What is going on in this house? UFOs, skinwalkers, jinns, demons, spirits, shadow men.
You couldn't pay me to stay in something like that. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know I don't like dolls because my godmother growing up had a bunch of porcelain dolls, and I swear they used to move, like their head and their eyes used to look at me when I walked by when I was a kid.
Nah, he's in a cult. No, it's a cult. This is Scientology. You don't want anything to do with it. It's Scientology. He's trying. Don't give him your information. I'm telling you, he's going to contact you for the rest of his life. He works 110 hours a week to get paid no money. He has no connection with his family or anything. This is a cult. This is a whole cult. If you give me information, they're going to harass you for the rest of your life. This guy, he calls you fresh meat. He's called a body rounder. His goal is to get you in there to watch that movie and try to sell you that book. Good job. Nice try, Joe. Nice try. You thought you had her, huh? Hi, Shannon. Bye, Shannon. What are you running for? Why are you scattering like that, Shannon? You're being super dramatic, Shannon. All that was unnecessary. I was just coming to say hi. I'm not a suppressive person anymore. And you're running off like that. You're going to give me a complex. Shannon, why are you trying to get them into a cult, Shannon? Hey, don't go for yourself. Don't give them your name. Don't give them your number. Don't give them your money.
When it comes to Scientology, I feel like the only people that benefit from it are the people that are at the very top, just like anything else. Like people like John Travolta and Tom Cruise, you know, they probably get tons of benefits for being in it. But everyday folks that go to that get sucked into that, they spend thousands of dollars. Like I'll never forget the first episode of South Park I saw with Scientology, and it was accurate. It blew my mind. Like, how could somebody like give them money to learn that information? Is just mind blowing to me.
Guys, the FDA has now literally approved eye drops that correct the need for glasses in just 30 minutes. This is literally insane. The FDA has now approved a thing called Viz, which is a new once-a-day eye drop that can help people who struggle to see things up close. This is basically a thing that's called farsightedness, which is basically whenever things are really blurry to you whenever they're close up, but usually this comes with old age. They're saying that this is a new once daily prescription drop that creates a pinhole effect by constricting your pupil, kind of like adjusting adjusting a camera lens. They're saying that these drops will help you see close up way more clearly without messing up your distant vision. They're saying that just one of these drops in your eyes can work incredibly fast in just 30 minutes, and it can last in your eye for up to 10 hours at a time. The clinical trials are showing no serious safety issues, and the side effects are usually just mild, like a bit of a headache or maybe a little bit of eye irritation. What's crazier is they're saying that these eye drops are supposed to be launching in the US soon with a full nationwide rollout by the end of this year. I give you these news roundups every day, so make sure you add me and come back to me tomorrow.
Isn't that the same organization that takes care of the food, and we got all this crazy stuff in fast food? I don't trust no FDA. I wouldn't want to put no eye drop in my eye every day just to be able to see better, when you can just use reading glasses, I'll imagine, when you get older. No, thank you. I don't trust that.
Once again, the Mountain Dew conspiracy predicted what just happened in 2025. The theory goes that every major new flavor they release contains a hidden message that foreshadows a major world event. So like in 2001, they released their famous Code Red flavor. Just 3 months later, in September, that happens, a Code Red. Then they dropped Mountain Dew Maui Burst, and we had the wildfires in Maui back in 2023. Star Spangled Splash came out the same year that Baltimore Bridge collapsed. You remember that? The name of the bridge was the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Now, who wrote the American national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner? Yup. Francis Scott Key, Star Spangled Splash. In 2025, they came out with Baja Midnight, a new flavor they're really pushing, and well, it sort of just happened. Just like in 2024, when they dropped Infinite Swirl, which coincided with the insane hurricane season in southeastern USA that never seemed to end. And the re-release of their Pitch Black flavor preceded the largest IT blackout in history, the CrowdStrike outage in that same year. Another one, Purple Thunder, has the same name as a classified military defense test performed by the IDF. And well, let's just leave it at that. But now we have Baja Midnight, which they announced in a live press conference not too long ago. And just have a look at what the US military's recent activity.
I'm tired of being right. You guys, I am tired about being right about this Mountain Dew conspiracy, because we're about to have a blackout. Remember I told you guys to watch out for that flavor Baja Midnight? Well, guess what? Taco Bell is set to launch a permanent new flavor, Baja Midnight. Now, isn't it weird that Rosie O'Donnell puts out this cryptic message just last week?
Black out the system. Black out the system.
And of course, she's being all dramatic with a black hoodie, but she's clearly alluding to something like this. Blackoutthesystem.com just popped up, and their slogan says, "We're not asking, we're shutting it down." You guys, this is a call to action for a mass blackout to happen all over the United States, happening on September 16th through the 20th. And this is what they want you to do. No work, no spending, no travel, no projects, no events, no restaurants, no backing out. Yeah, this sounds really safe for our economy.
First of all, we're blacking out the system September the 17th. I'm talking about shutting down the whole grid, the economy, everything. No spending, no working, all of it. And we have created a Discord to ensure that
shutting down the grid. You guys, never in a million years I would expect it that a blackout would be self-inflicted by its own citizens. Do they not know what kind of chaos ensues from this? I mean, have we not all seen The Purge? I mean, what if even cops participate in this? So we just have a lawless land across 50 states. Got it. Not only that, 28 countries around the world are supporting this. Of course they would, because some of those people could be our enemies and they want a shutdown to happen. So I guess it's just a coincidence. While all this is going on, Mountain Dew releases Baja Midnight as a permanent new flavor, a new flavor that they've had in 20 years. I'm 30-0 at this point. Make sure you guys get my survival guide, link in bio, but what do you guys think about all this? Let me know below.
I think that shutting down our economy for a few days will hurt the top people where it hurts the most, and that's the only time politicians or the powers to be or billionaires or whatever you want to call them, that's the only time they ever listen. Perfect example was when that situation happened 5 years ago. You know what I'm talking about. And they gave out money crazy fast because they was afraid of the economy was going to collapse. So they'll listen if their pockets start hurting. Now, as far as Mountain Dew and them with the flavors, do seem to be somewhat accurate, but man, I hope it's not like a blackout as in like the power grid going out again, because definitely don't want to deal with that.
When we came by it the first time, that's where I thought it was a log.
On their last sale of the season, Dale Hanchar, his wife Colleen, and their neighbor Myrna Germaine Brown saw something shocking beneath Okanagan Lake's surface.
Nice easy breeze, cruising out across the lake, and we saw something in the water. And as a boater, I was just looking, is this something dangerous that needs to be marked so somebody doesn't run into it? We went by it. It looked like a log down into the water, but didn't look quite right. It wasn't until we got home, we got looking at it and zoomed in on it that we were like
puzzled.
The horns are if we can call them that.
So
the nodules.
Yeah.
Oh, at least 3 feet.
And then it goes out from there.
And, it would have been that big.
At first glance, it does appear to be monstrous looking. You're looking at some head, but, taking into consideration, being able to zoom in and the coloration and, the location in which a head would naturally be in relation to a leg or a wing, it appears to be some sort of aquatic bird, whether it be a goose or a duck.
So a duck, to me, if I had to guess anything, it looked like a snapping turtle, but that's way too big to be a snapping turtle. Regardless, I know I wouldn't get anywhere near that body of water with something like that in it.
Do y'all remember the teen influencer who got arrested after making an unauthorized flight to Antarctica? Well, after weeks, he is still stuck in Antarctica, specifically locked down in a military base. Interestingly, all his charges have been dropped in exchange for him donating $30,000 and being banned from re-entering Chilean territory for 3 years. Now, on paper, all of this was handled normally, but this has not stopped some people from wondering if he saw something in Antarctica that he wasn't supposed to see, and now they're taking extra precautions to make sure he doesn't talk about it. Even outside of that situation, Antarctica has just had some strange things going on in general. For example, while the teen influencer is still stranded in Antarctica, 3 Americans were evacuated from Antarctica during severe weather due to a medical emergency. The sky over an area near Antarctica was photographed with 10 dark voids in them, and the melting ice revealed the remains of an Antarctic researcher who vanished 66 years ago. The fact that the ice has melted far enough to reveal the remains of someone who disappeared over 50 years ago shows just how much the ice is really melting. And you have to wonder if the melting ice is revealing other things that we don't and will never know about.
Definitely a lot of secrets about Antarctica we will never know about. For the simple fact that all the countries in the world have a treaty together, which, come on now, that's never been like broken or anything. You'll never hear anything else like that in history. So something weird they don't want the public to know about. And as far as them trying to get $30,000 out of it, to me, that's just their way of trying to, I guess, take advantage of the situation. That's the only thing I could think of. I don't think that's about the Antarctica itself. I think they just don't want him to go. They're trying to take advantage of the fact that he flew above their country.
Now I'm sitting here just looking like this because have y'all seen the back to school commercials for the kids?
My mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized. These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils too. These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver. And I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
I know that's somewhat common in our country, but why are they trying to normalize it and make a commercial out of it for going back to school? I don't think that's okay at all. That was a highly disturbing video, in my opinion. Even if it's supposed to be some type of commercial, that was not okay.
Mr. Hurtado admitted that he wanted to set the house on fire because he wanted to kill everybody inside.
Philemon Robert Hurtado set fire to his brother's house using gasoline early Tuesday morning after his brother went to work.
Philemon Hurtado, the man everyone said was a psycho. But what the news didn't say or report was that Philemon claimed he set fire to expose celebrity human trafficking and the cloning ring. Although it's deemed illegal, government warned any company participating in any sort of cloning will face full punishment.
Therefore, today I am issuing a directive that bans the use of any federal funds for any cloning of human beings.
But I didn't say we can't do it. How many Al Rokers are there? How do I know you're not?
It's a government program. It's a cloning program.
And
a woman claims a man who looks like Mike Tyson lured her into assault, where the victim says the look-alike assaulted her. Now, the look-alike even has a tattoo similar to the one Tyson has on his own face. The real Mike Tyson heard about the investigation and shared a photo taken. It places him in Florida when the incident in Houston took place.
Do you think cloning is real? I'll imagine it'd be pretty difficult to do, but I do think it's possible. Considering how much money the military and the government has, I could see at some point, especially on like the Cold War and stuff, they probably try to use cloning for soldiers and things like that. Or even the higher elites, you know, cloning people, as the theory say, so they can keep making money off of them. If you have a very popular singer or something, and then they, you know, you got a clone ready, just keep getting that money because that's all they care about.
This is awesome. Somebody was able to film Area 51, and it's not crazy blurry. It's not fake. This is real. It's recent, and I find it totally fascinating. So a creator that goes by Jerry Arizona traveled to Nevada, hiked up a ridge outside of Area 51, and pointed his telescopic camera straight at the base. We're obviously not supposed to see what he filmed, but somehow he got the shot. There's a bunch of footage, but check some of this out.
Here you can see some radar, and there's one of those F-16s. Wow, it's super cool to see one of the Groom Lake F-16s up close like this. I think we might have a camo dude. It looks white. Yeah, that's definitely a white pickup. It just came from the gate. Let's see where this truck is going. Looks like it's some large metal structures, metal shelters or something over there. One lone Janet flight sat on the tarmac. I settled in for the night and watched it take off.
So even though he didn't seem to capture an alien piloting a flying saucer, he did capture some super interesting stuff. And seeing the Janet Airlines was really cool. I personally found watching this footage completely fascinating. He does have a few parts, so definitely go to his profile. Come back and let me know what you think of it.
I think a lot of the Area 51 stuff isn't real. I think it's just like a decoy. I think most of the really messed up stuff that goes down, we don't know where the location's at. So I think it's just a front, personally. That's it for all the videos today. I hope you had an excellent day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.